Well, good morning and welcome to this chicken soup edition of daryllorette Cafe. I'm your host, daryllorette. The current time is now 11:03, and we call this the chicken soup edition because we are currently waiting for the chicken soup to finish cooking on the stove. It has just finished. It's just finished boiling for 5 minutes, which is what is required. You empty the package of dried chupin, dried. Oh man! Empty a package. Okay, you bring 2 cups of boiling water, 2 cups or 2 large glasses of glass. I put 2 large cups or glasses of boiling water in a pot. I bring it to a boil, and then when it boils, I add the dried chicken soup mix, and then I turn it down to the minimum heat, let it simmer for 5 minutes, and then turn the heat off and let it sort of stew, you might say, for about a half hour. That way the noodles get to cook even more, and by that time it's usually a lot better to eat because it's been stewing or simmering. It's not simmering, but it's still cooking in the hot water. So the noodles are getting softer, and they're getting larger and tender. They get tenderer, the noodles. And so, say in about a half hour, it's pretty close to good enough and ready to consume after about a half hour. I've left it longer there. I have once I forgot it that it was on top of the stove, but since I leave it on the burner that it was cooking on for 5 minutes, it's still drawing some heat. But if you leave it on there longer than a half hour, the noodles will really get nice and plump and juicy. And depending on how you like it, maybe you like it that way, you can leave it on there even longer than a half hour if you like. But roughly a half hour is all I leave it on there for, and that's pretty much good for me. Add a few slices of buttered bread, and you're pretty much all set. It's still pretty hot, so you've got to eat it slowly, or else you're gonna burn your mouth, your tongue, and whatnot. So you still, even though it's been sitting on top of your stove for a half hour, it's still hot. So you have to be careful when you're eating it. You have to sip it slowly. If I'm drinking the stock, and ladle use a large tablespoon. I use a large tablespoon to consume the chicken noodles. So that's the story of the chicken soup and how to eat and cook the chicken soup. The no-name chicken soup that you buy at your local grocery store that comes in the form of a dry soup mix. So it's only, I think, $1.27, less than $2 for, I think I get 5 packages of soup mix in a box. So it's very economical in that regard. You could probably feed more than 2 people with 1 package of soup. But if you're really hungry, like I usually am at this time of the day, you wind up eating enough. You wind up eating the whole package, which is enough for at least 2 people. Maybe more. I'm not sure. I would have to read the package to see what it says. So anyway, that's enough. That's enough about chicken soup. So it's currently sunny outside. It's a nice day. I just had my shower. I just finished my workout a little while ago, and I don't have to go far. Where I work out is not far from where I live. So it doesn't take me long. I just run home pretty much, I walk home rather quickly, and then I just jump in the shower after I finish working out, because well, I'd rather come home and take a shower. The facilities are not that well equipped in the shower department. There's like one shower there, and I'm not used to, I mean, I have the same sort of stall shower in my apartment, so I just assume come home and take a shower, because that means I don't have to take towels with me and all that. So, you know, I just take my uniform or whatever I'm working out in, and I, you know, change into my street clothes, and then come back home and jump in the shower and, you know, change, get a fresh pair of underwear. You always got to make sure you have clean underwear on, and just in case you're in an accident. You don't want to be caught with without your clean underwear. You never know when you're going to get in an accident, and God forbid if you don't have clean underwear on. Anyway, so that's pretty much the morning for me, even though it's only almost 10 after 11. The morning's pretty much over. It's, well, if you're going to McDonald's, you could probably have lunch there now, because I think they start serving lunch at 11. I live right next door to McDonald's, and I don't eat there because, frankly, it's pretty much just junk food to me, and I try to stay away from it, because I don't think it's the ideal food to be eating if you're striving or trying to get in shape or stay in shape. The last thing you should be doing is eating fast food. Very, very bad for you. Just nothing but fat and sugar. That's pretty much all you're eating, is fat and sugar. So stay away from McDonald's if you can avoid it. Once a month is maybe okay, but any more than that, you're asking for trouble. I think that's why Bill Clinton had that bypass surgery there a while ago. He was going to McDonald's on a regular basis, and that stuff, if you eat it too much, will catch up to you, and you'll wind up in the hospital for bypass surgery. Anyway, I read that in a book recently. One of the last books I read talked about, it was all about fast food and whatnot, and it talked about Bill Clinton and the fact that he had heart surgery, and it was blamed on the fact that he ate at McDonald's on a regular basis. That's what the author was saying anyway. He was blaming the McDonald's for his bypass surgery. I think there's probably some truth to it. I wouldn't want to eat at McDonald's any more than once in a blue moon. You know, I wouldn't want to find out, so I wouldn't eat at McDonald's once. Not that, you know, once in a blue moon. That's about it. Because I don't really think fast food is very good for you. I mean, it's hard to find good food even at the grocery store nowadays, because there's so much processed food on the shelves that you wind up buying just for convenience. I've talked about this in another video that I done a while back about processed food and whatnot, and how hard it is if you don't really have a proper kitchen to cook good food in. It's easy to fall into the trap of buying a lot of processed food, because you don't have a really good kitchen to cook some really good proper meals. So my advice, if you can afford it, is you know, get yourself a place that has a really nice proper kitchen in it, so you cook yourself. You can buy yourself some good food and cook yourself some good food. So that's my advice today here at Daryll Cafe, the chicken soup edition of Daryll Cafe. I'm Daryll, your host, and this is another broadcast coming to an end, and hopefully we'll see you this afternoon. So take care and try to stay out of the sun, and make sure you wear a baseball hat if you are in the sun to protect your skin. Okay, see you later.